the mic, talking day and spilling life, from trending memes to wildest dreams. Girl, did you hear that crazy thing? Girl, did you hear what's going down? We're lighting up this whole damn town. Strange and trending every week. Bestie vibes that'll never peak.
She asked to use his car in the middle of the night, like 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
To go to the store. Who goes to the store at 2:30 in the morning? I don't know, but this girl did.
I used to back in the day.
Well, yeah, sometimes.
I mean, but that was like
24-hour
after the bar.
Walmart.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she goes to the store, and then Mr. Eddie wakes up the next morning and homegirl isn't there. So they were literally driving around for
Her
6
in the passenger
days.
seat.
Hey guys, welcome to Girl Did You Hear?
The ultimate bestie hangout. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kristen. Today we have another fun one for you. It is a continuation from the series that we started on our last episode, which was episode 68. This is 69. Dun, dun, dun. And this one is like, so we started watching the Missing Dead or Alive series on Netflix. And it's like multiple different cases throughout the episodes. This one is like season 2, but episode 3 and 4, like half of 3 and then all of 4.
All of 4, yeah.
It kind of centers around Vicki, who is one of like the missing persons detectives.
Correct.
In Marion County. And so it's kind of like her and her team doing all the investigations on these different cases.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool to kind of like see how they work together and, you know.
Kind of how the whole missing persons thing goes down.
Yeah, because it is different than like a homicide type investigation, obviously.
Right. Because I mean, there's a suspicion that they could still be alive.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. And like that hope, right?
Yeah.
So this case, it kind of just like every new case, it kind of starts out with like the dispatch phone call.
Yeah. Her getting the
like,
call that there's
yeah.
a missing persons.
Yeah. So they get a phone call from a guy named Mr. Eddie at a hotel saying that his friend has been missing for like 12 hours or more.
Right.
That they were staying at this hotel. It was the Roadway Inn, I believe. And she asked to use his car in the middle of the night, like 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
To go to the store. Who goes to the store at 2:30 in the morning? I don't know, but this girl did.
I used to back in the day.
Well, yeah, sometimes.
I mean, but that was like
24-hour
after the bar.
Walmart.
Yeah. I wasn't leaving from home to.
But like he was sleeping at the hotel.
Right.
So, because he said he had to get woken up.
But you could also just be out doing very nefarious things.
True.
Yeah.
True. So anyway, so she goes to the store, and then Mr. Eddie wakes up the next morning and homegirl isn't there.
Right.
And so he's like, what the hell? He tries to text her, no response, tries to call her, not getting any replies. And so he then becomes worried because he's like, this isn't like her. They've known each other for like 4 years about this time. You know, they seem pretty close, whatever.
Right.
And then so she doesn't come back, and so then he places the call to the police, and then that's the dispatch call that the show starts with, essentially. So police show up and they kind of talk to Mr. Eddie there at the hotel really briefly, and it's kind of
right, because Mr. Eddie has no car, because not only is his friend gone, not only is Shandon gone,
yes,
but his car is also gone.
Correct. So the girl in question, her name is Shandon Floyd. She was a 20-year-old female.
It's Floyd.
Floyd. I said Lloyd, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I did. I'm sorry. She's the one that is the missing girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so police start the investigation pretty much right off the bat, obviously.
Right.
They kind of like, you know, get his story, get the details. They contact, you know, the hotel. They go try to get footage from, or
security cameras.
From not that from the hotel, from the store where she was at. They get the parking lot footage from the store. From there, they see that this she's leaving the store, gets into the car, and then a few minutes later, a guy comes in the parking lot and gets in the car with her, and then they hang out in the car for like 15 minutes, and then they leave together.
So this is security footage from the hotel.
That was the security footage from the
hotel, because
I thought it was at the store.
It's the security footage from the hotel.
Interesting.
Because
okay.
it's her because there's footage of her leaving reception in the clothes that Mr. Eddie described her leaving in. Because you know how you have like that whole check-in window and stuff.
Yeah,
and then there's
that
also
isn't pieced together until later.
There's also footage of her leaving, walking to the car in the parking lot, and then the person walking up behind her.
Okay.
So I believe it is footage from the hotel because there's nothing else after that.
Okay. Well, either way, she is seen at either the hotel or
there's video footage of her somewhere
getting into the car with this guy, and then they leave together. And then from there, so they're like, who the heck is this guy? Obviously, because it wasn't Mr. Eddie that got in the car with her. So they're trying to figure out what's going on with all of that. They pull Mr. Eddie in again for or they call him on the phone, try to get more information.
Right.
He kind of gives his story that they were just chilling out there, kind of like having a little mini vacay or whatever. In Colombia, and then that's, just reiterates what had happened essentially. Around this time, the detectives also reach out to Shandon's mother, and kind of just give her a little update, try to get any more information, anybody that could think of anything that would, want to, harm her, whatever, right? Just trying to get answers. They find out from Shannon's mom that Shandon is trans, which then changes things because the police are then worried that she could have been targeted, or if she was involved in any sort of
like rendezvous.
Yeah, rendezvous type work. Then if people found out she was trans, it could not go well.
Lead to an altercation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so police became really worried that at that point, for her, in the situation became a little bit more heightened. Not that it wasn't, but they were like, we need to figure out what the F is going on.
One of the crazy things that I pulled from this is that some of the stories aren't matching up. Like Mr. Edie's story says that him and Shandon were up there because they were just up there having fun, and they ran like a food truck together.
Yes.
Shandon's mom says that she's up there to do hair.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then, I mean, of course we'll get to this, but later on she's up there to do
hair.
Rendezvous things. Like
right.
Not hair.
So around that time when the police find out about her gender and everything like that, they get another call from the hotel. You're right, it was the hotel because they got the second phone call from the hotel saying that they found more footage.
And this releases the guy.
Yes, Mr. Eddie.
No. Right. This releases Mr. Eddie from being a suspect.
Yes.
But then this shows us
the possible suspect.
Yeah.
So they go to the hotel and they get, the lady shows them this footage, and it's, as Jessica described earlier, it's Shandon coming out, walking down the hallway, passing the elevators. Like 30 seconds later, a guy comes around the corner, very sus looking, like creeping around the corner, not like a casual, like
it would be like if, hey, I don't want them to know I'm following you, so I'm going to send you ahead 30 seconds, and then I'm going to wait 10 seconds later and then walk behind you. That way we won't know we're together. He wasn't very incognito.
No, not at all. No. It was very obvious. It was not a casual, like he was following her for sure.
Yeah, it seemed very like they were linked.
Yes. So then they determined that he matched, could have been the same person that they saw in the parking lot photo.
Yeah.
Because he had the same shirt on.
They're like, it's the same guy.
When they were playing back the footage, the hotel clerk was like, wait a second, I remember this guy.
Yeah.
He came like the next day to the hotel or something and got a room, and she like named the room number or whatever. And then that's when they found out the name of the guy, but they couldn't locate him, which is crazy to me because I feel like he probably had some sort of criminal record.
He didn't have a last known address.
Right. But like, I don't know, man. Like how
are you supposed to find somebody if they don't have an address?
There are ways. Do you know how bounty hunters find people all the time? And those guys have no last known addresses. Almost every person I bonded out of jail had a shit ass
Like,
address.
No, like a lie of a
Yes.
last known address. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's ways.
And
but
you know, like how we would
mean,
have to find people. Like
this is missing
just,
persons.
Yeah.
I don't know if they use those tactics.
Well, we use the same tactics. They have more resources than we do.
That is very fair.
Like we do old school shit.
Well,
you
I mean,
know?
the fact that we
we're
still
like
don't
calling
know.
a friend and like, you know, like trying to like weasel our way in, like, you know, like, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, and I mean, and to be honest, and I'm not trying to give too much away here, but it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't, I guess. I mean, well,
It's because
I don't know. It's hard to say because if they, I don't know, time is a factor and when someone's missing always, right? Like that is the most crucial. Like they say if you don't find someone usually within the first 24, 48 hours, like you're probably not going to find them.
Right.
And if you do, you're probably not going to find them in a well situation.
No.
You know?
In a good situation, no.
Yeah.
No.
So anyways, so they find the footage. Hotel clerk's like, this guy comes back in. They drop the name. They can't find anything on the guy. They continue looking and investigating, doing all the things pretty much. The hotel clerk did mention that like when they were there, Mr. Eddie had rented 2 rooms and they were having like parties and stuff.
Yeah. Like
there was like groups of people
they
coming
showed
in
up
and out.
with like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the lady said that there was people coming in and out of there like pretty consistently throughout the time that they were there.
Right.
Which is crazy. Like, why didn't she say that the first time
I don't know.
when they interviewed her?
Right.
Anyways, so they talked to Shandon's mom again and tried to get some more information. Still nothing. They're kind of just at a loss right now. Like they don't really know where to go. They're just like begging for any sort of like hit to kind of come through. Like they're checking cameras for this car. They're checking everything, right? And they're not getting anything, which sucks. Like I can't imagine how like defeating that would feel.
Right.
You know, because you want to try to bring home the person.
Yeah.
You want to, you know, like
you want to bring their family closure
and
with the person alive.
like, you know, like time is just against you in every aspect right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So the detective is trying to reach out to Mr. Eddie again and she can't get a hold of him. He's MIA. She's starting to get a little worried. Like what's going on? Why is he not available now? You know? So while she's trying to get a hold of him, someone on her team starts researching the internet for Shandon on rendezvous sites.
Right.
And they find her on there
with an ad on that day.
A couple different ads
in that area.
Yes. But there was no ads after that.
Nope.
So after she was reported missing, there wasn't any more ads.
She was
like
putting
from
up
that
ads
day.
every day.
Yes. And she was very active on social media, like multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Like she was
a frequent poster.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody knew something was wrong when
there was crickets.
Yes. And everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? Something is wrong. So they find that the guy that they saw at the hotel has a pretty lengthy criminal history.
And kidnapping is a part of it.
Kidnapping is part of it. Threatening of life is a part of it. This guy has a rap sheet. And so they were very concerned for that. Around this time, the family goes to the hotel.
This is so wild.
Yeah. The family goes to the hotel because they're like, we want answers.
Right.
We're going to try to
They're
do
trying
shit
to figure it out on their own.
Yeah, as they should. As I would also.
Same.
And the hotel lady tells them the name
of the guy
that was in the footage, right?
Right.
Which she shouldn't have done because, like, hello, police, like, investigation. I don't think she should have told the family that.
No.
But she did. And so the cousin of Shandon, Ashley, in her friend group, circle of social people, she found the brother of the guy that they were looking for.
Right.
And she called him.
She found the brother of the guy's girlfriend. she called the girlfriend, got in touch with her, and then
got the brother
on the phone.
Yeah.
And had a conversation with him.
Yeah. And she recorded the conversation
with him.
And it was not very nice.
It was not nice at all.
No. He was like, why the F you calling me? I don't give a fuck, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Just talking a bunch of shit.
Super derogatory.
Said some really derogatory things. I won't repeat that.
No, we don't need to.
And it was just not good.
And it was very sus.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
but like,
why be so angry about it if you don't know anything?
Yeah. The shitty thing right there is I feel like this is where things could have like gone a little differently during the investigation. If the family, when they got the information of like the brother, right? Or the contact to get a hold of the brother, I feel like they should have reached out to the police and be like, hey, I found this information. I'm going to try to call this guy, because they could have tried to ping his phone or that phone if the police were there. You know what I mean? If she was on the phone with him live and the police were there, they probably could have tried to trace where he was picking up the other line. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't think they're thinking that far ahead, though.
I know, but like, I'm saying the family in the moment, instead of being so reactive,
selfish,
and wanting to call right away, try to get the answers, they should have paused for a second and been like,
we should get the police involved.
Yeah.
But that's hard. I mean, and I can understand that they probably don't have a lot of trust in law enforcement anyways.
Yeah, fair.
So that, they're like, well, they're not going to look for him, so we're going to take matters into our own hands. Because I mean, a lot of this stuff, like you said, if it's not found after so long, they just kind of, you don't find them, or you don't find them in a good state.
Right.
You know?
Pretty much. And this investigation has gone on up at this point, I'm going to guesstimate about a week. Because they don't give a timeline throughout the investigation. So I'm guessing about a week we're at. Maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe like 5 days.
Yeah.
I don't know. So when the family shares the recording with the police, they're all like at the station, like in the little conference room or whatever. And, they're kind of just like brainstorming, just trying to figure things out, right? Trying to get some sort of land somewhere. They listen to the phone call. They're like, this is not good. They're still trying to find this guy. Can't find the fucking guy. I'm like, why don't they try to get the brother? Like, why don't they locate the brother? Obviously, if he was able to get reached on the phone, like he could be found in person.
Right.
Just my opinion. They find out that the mom's bank cards have been used because Shandon had a couple of them.
Right. Mom, like, well, mom's
charges.
There. Mom's like, hey, she's got my card. And then they're like, oh shit, look, here's some charges hitting on the card. And that's when they found the card and the car.
Yeah. So that was when they first found, they got their first hit on the car at the gas station. And then the guy that was at the hotel they saw on the camera was the guy driving at the gas station. He gets out of the driver's seat. A white female gets out of the back
driver's side.
Yeah.
Passenger seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the front passenger seat.
No.
No. Keep this in mind. Not the front passenger seat.
Where you would normally sit when there's two people driving.
Yep. Nope. She gets out of the back passenger seat and then goes up to the counter and either like pays for gas or grabs snacks or something.
Yeah, they go do something.
But she tries to use the debit card. The debit card gets declined. And then I don't know how she maneuvers around it. She doesn't go back to the car and like or anything. They just switch to a different card.
Use a different card or something. But an interesting thing that came up was during their transaction at the counter, either her or like the guy was kind of like holding the door open. And the clerk was like, why are you holding the door open? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're being weird, Right. Essentially.
Right.
Like thinking that they're probably going to try to steal some shit. Because I think she had a couple of things in her hands, like a couple drinks or whatever.
And the card kept declining.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And she said, we have someone passed out in the car. She said, someone's passed out in the car. We're just watching.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking weird, dude.
That's wild.
Like if someone's sleeping in the car, you're going to say I have someone sleeping in the car. I'm just watching. Like you're not going to say someone's passed out. If like your friend, if you're on a road trip and you're passed out in the car, like sleeping, taking a nappy nap, You're not going to say, my friends passed out in the car. You're going to say, though they're sleeping in the car.
Yeah, but I'm also not going to hold the convenience store door open.
No, I'm not going to do that either.
While I'm like watching you sleep in the car like
No.
a creeper. No, that's not going to happen
No, because they were worried that whoever was in the front seat was going to try to skirt out of there.
Or if they were trying to see if anyone was like looking in.
Right.
Or
Do you think that Shandon was in the car at that time?
Yeah.
Do you think... I'm not going to ask this question yet.
Because we can't.
We'll get to the story first. So they see all of this happen, right, at the gas station. The police are like, yes, we finally have a lock on the car. You know, we saw it. We have a somewhat of a location.
Right.
We're still hopeful, right? Like they're hanging on.
So they're working on identifying this passenger that gets out of the back.
The other
seat.
girl.
Yeah. I unfortunately dubbed her the white lady because they don't give us her name.
No, they identified her as the white female.
Yeah.
So they do end up interviewing her
Eventually.
They
find the car first, though.
Yes, they do. So they then, after the gas station, they see the car gets hit on a camera on Ridgeway Road, wherever that is in Marion County or South Carolina.
Right.
And so they're hauling ass down there, like massive police everywhere in the area, like lights and sirens on the roads everywhere, scoping out, looking for this car, right?
Right.
They'd see it just kind of like
pulled off on the side.
Pulled off over there. And it's one officer, you know, that found it. And he walks up and opens the passenger door after he knocks on it a few times and, you know, sees the body there of Shandon.
Just sees it.
And I could
there.
like
just sitting
I could
in the passenger
feel
front seat.
His like
desperation.
Yeah. Because like it was just like silent for like a few seconds.
Yeah, and like kind of like the downturn in his tone as he was like speaking over the radio.
Yeah. It was a moment for sure, you know, and it was well captured in that way, you know.
Well.
And it's super, super sad, obviously, you know, and Shandon unfortunately was deceased. He felt the devastation, you know, puts the call in, everybody comes swarming, you know, and Vicki shows up and notifies the family and everything. And it's so freaking sad.
Yeah.
So sad. My question though for you was, when they were at the gas station, do you think that she was alive then, or do you think that she was already gone?
She was already gone.
Yeah, I think so too. At that time, for sure.
Because I think
so.
I mean, so here's like the thing, right? Because I think she was in the car like that for a while.
Yes. Because when they take her out of the car, they're going through the crime scene, you know, they're talking about all the things that happen when someone passes. And a lot of those things happen after a period of time.
Right. And they gave you like an estimated time of death. And they said it was 6 days ago.
Yeah.
After they found
based
the
off
car.
of that, like on scene. That was like before any sort of autopsy or anything.
Right.
Which is crazy. So they were literally driving around for 6
in the
days.
Passenger seat.
But like, how could they?
I mean, I don't think they were running errands with the car, granted, but
obviously they couldn't have been like literally driving around that much, because if they were driving around for 6 days, they would have been seen on a camera way sooner.
Yeah, than
one gas station.
Well, yeah, right. I see what you're saying.
So
they would have been picked
the
up at the gas station and then picked up again when it went through like whatever camera it went through. It didn't get picked up very much. So I imagine they like realized that she had passed, was like, oh my gosh, what do we do? And then parked the car, scrambled, try to figure out what to do, and then moved the car to its last destination in whatever duration of time that took. Like, I don't think, like I said, I don't think they were going to like McDonald's and stuff with her in this.
Well, yeah, but like,
side.
what were they like? Did they have the car stashed somewhere?
Probably.
And then like they're trying to figure out what to do with it.
I mean, wouldn't that, if I had to be put in that situation, that's probably what I would do. I don't know, man. I don't know, because that's tough. I mean, you've got the thing you got to deal with. I mean, isn't that the whole premise to like not Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah.
Or like Weekend at Bernie's or something like that? Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways.
So they notify the family. They go through all of that. The female that they saw at the gas station with the hotel guy. That's what I dubbed his name.
Yeah.
In the show because he had no name.
Correct.
They did find her.
Right.
She was picked up on other charges, so that made it convenient.
Right.
For location purposes.
Right.
So they pull her in, interview her. At first, she's like, I don't know, blah, 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 blah.
They also give us the
autopsy
results in between
yes,
this.
they do. Go ahead with that.
I did not write down all of the...
He had a lot.
He had like all the drugs. In
all
his
of
system.
them.
All of them.
Like she kept like listing them, and I was like,
stuff that wouldn't...
Jesus.
Stuff that you would just do one of and not...
the other
together. Like you wouldn't do both of these things. You would do one or the other.
Correct.
And then you wouldn't do all the rest of these things because they're all the same too. And it's like there's no reason for that
amount of
many alphabets to be in your soup.
Correct. It was a lot going on.
I was shocked. Like you said, she kept like
it was like the commercials like for like medication. And they're listing all the side effects. And the side effects list is like 20 things long.
And
it just keeps going. That's how it felt.
And it was bad.
That's how it felt, which is not
good.
No, not good at all. And so the mom was really shocked to hear that because she was like,
that's not my baby.
Yeah. And of course, every mom thinks that. And
sorry,
everyone gives everyone benefit of the doubt, especially your kids.
Right.
But like that is a lot of
recreational things in your bloodstream.
Like you said, like a lot of downers and a lot of uppers and
like
lot like
serious tranquilizers.
Yes.
And like
things that probably shouldn't be mixed together and
to begin with.
And just like it doesn't seem like someone would choose to do all of those things
together. That's
correct.
The thing. Right.
Like on a recreational purpose.
No, because like what would be the purpose? Unless you're trying to like
use the self-checkout lane.
Exactly.
Which I don't think she was because nobody described her as that. You know what
I mean like life of the party was her description.
And all her social medias was that way.
Right.
And I didn't get that vibe from what they showed either on socials and anything like that either. I think it was just super, super tragic. And I think that she was targeted because she was trans. And she was on the rendezvous sites, doing her thing or whatever. Like, I don't care. Make your money, girl. Do what you what you do. But I could imagine that in those situations when someone doesn't know or someone isn't comfortable with that on the male side or receiving the buyee of the deal, right? Of the rendezvous, that may come as a shock to them and they may not react appropriately.
But when they picked up the white lady and interviewed her, she said that the hotel guy was friends with other trans people and that the trans bit wasn't an issue.
Right. That's true.
And that this was just an accident.
She did say that it was an accident essentially, and that because homeboy didn't have the greatest criminal record, that he didn't feel that the police would believe that he didn't have anything to do with it, so they panicked and didn't know what to do.
The fact that he justified it with he had to wait until they did the autopsy so that way he would know he would be in the clear is wild to me. Now I get it, because remember, roll back to
that's
when
kind of
we
smart.
first found the hotel guy. We're like, dude, this guy does not have a good bill of health when it comes to the criminal world. No. He's got a lot of stuff to say. And I mean, the thing that drives me crazy is that like when they interviewed the white lady, right? She goes in there and she's like, well, I'm not telling you anything. Okay, I'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. They're like, girl, we got you.
But like,
we have photos of you at the gas station.
She say his name? Why didn't she say his name?
I don't know.
Maybe she did and they didn't show that part in the documentary.
Probably because they didn't show any bit of him in that documentary either.
None.
Because they didn't show his name. I mean, hell, they gave his name to the family. But like, here's the thing. Here's the rub, right? So anyway, she goes through and describes.
But they didn't show his name in the documentary, even though it was given to the police. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if they're still investigating.
Or he's asking to be omitted from this because he's not
True.
You know,
I didn't even think about that.
dude, I wouldn't want to be. Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
I don't want people to know my name, especially something like that happened, even if I got a rap sheet. I mean, granted, internet's going to do what the internet's going to do, and they're going to put a name out there anyways, but like at least Netflix didn't do it.
True, I guess. I don't know, man.
I mean,
wild.
She describes this whole thing like they were at the hotel with Eddie and Shandon.
Yes.
And then she goes to sleep. Hotel guy leaves, obviously with Shandon, because we see that in the hotel footage or the hotel parking lot footage. And then nothing comes back. And so then that's when probably they go off to recreate, if you will.
Yeah. I love our random code words.
I mean, I guess that's when it happens, because she says when he remembers, or when she remembers him coming back, is when Shandon's still in the car. Like, yes, Shandon's in the passenger seat at that point.
She also says that there was a point where Shandon was alive, and Shandon was saying that she didn't feel good.
And that she could see that she was sweating. But like everybody was doing like the fun stuff at this point.
Recreating.
So yeah. So that, you know, I mean, that's kind of a symptom of
it was hilarious
recreating.
When the cop, Vicki, the detective, was like, so like around what time was this happening? And the lady's like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like when you're high, there's not like... Time is like irrelevant. There's not really like a good way to keep track of that.
Daytime or nighttime? She's like, it was early morning.
Yeah.
So you knew what time it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You still have an idea.
Yeah. I mean,
was it midday? Was it in the middle of the day?
I know how many hours I have to work.
Yeah. It was just funny, like the way like her analogy for not knowing time. I was like, yeah, it's fucking funny. So... Yeah, so she kind of like spills all that information.
And then they asked her.
Still don't tell us who the guy is, who hotel guy is.
No. And then they asked her, they're like, do you think she passed like while you guys were driving around? And she's like, yeah, because like we went to go wake her up and he's like, oh shit, she's gone.
She's not breathing.
Yeah.
There's no pulse.
Yeah.
And then they started panicking, and then she said she booked it.
Yeah, she's like,
ran.
I'm getting the F out of here, man. I don't need to be caught with a corpse.
No.
Sorry.
Bye.
Bye.
So she left.
Right.
And then...
She's like, this isn't my issue.
No. And then he just ditches the car himself, I guess, at that point.
Well, she also admits that she bounces, right? Comes back 3 days later. This is like the whole story, right? She comes back 3 days later, sees the car... And then sees him again, and then she comes back out, and the car's gone. And then in another 3 days, I guess the cops find the car on the side of the road. So he had moved. She had mentioned that he had moved it,
right? And she said that he had moved it because he wanted someone to find the body,
which I think is honestly kind of respectful.
Yeah. So like. In that moment, I don't feel that she was really bullshitting on what had happened. I think that it was a bad string of events, bad pills, as she put it. You know what I mean?
Unfortunate overdose.
Bad combination, not the best cocktail of recreational choices.
You don't pick the whole menu.
No.
Not at that restaurant.
No. It was a lot, guys. Like, you should go back and just watch just to hear that. I'm like, Jesus. Like, no wonder.
Right.
Like, yes. Yes.
You were trying to meet Jesus.
Literally.
You were getting so high.
Like, but again, was that something that Shandon chose to do? So like, that's the question that still remains.
We'll never know.
And no one will ever know, which is super, super sad.
And I mean, and this is what it boils down to, guys, because there was no charges.
Nobody got charged for this.
They couldn't charge him for the debit card use because we don't know whether or not Shandon was still alive and gave them permission to use the card.
Correct.
We couldn't charge them with moving the body around because I guess in North Carolina there's no laws against that.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Sorry, South Carolina. There's no laws against that. There wasn't really anything they could hold them to.
No.
I mean,
which is crazy.
Yeah. So like the thing is that if like,
but like even though the girl said that he moved the car from one location to the another location, isn't that moving a body? Isn't there a crime in that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's wild to me.
And so that's why I think like the reason why his name and his face and all of his identity is blotted out of this, because he's not being charged with anything. So, I mean,
he's probably in witness protection.
Yeah,
no joke. You know what I mean?
Something, right? I mean,
like he probably got a ticket out of here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or not, because he's got a big old rap sheet, so he's probably not going very far.
Who knows? But like, how devastating for the family.
That is.
You know?
That is devastating.
To not have those answers,
but she has
to not have anyone held accountable.
Right.
For it, because you want someone to be held accountable for something like that.
But
you know?
You have the closure though. You know that there's a place to rest that person.
Correct. And they did say like during the autopsy there was no essay.
Foul play,
you know, nothing like that. So I don't think that it was like a traumatic exiting of this life. You know what I mean?
I mean, it sounds like she wanted to party and then just partied a little too hard.
Got a bad batch.
Yeah. I mean,
took one too many.
That's the risk you run with partying, man.
It is, especially in today's world. Some scary stuff out there, guys.
Messing with things.
Yes, too much. Anyways, if you guys have something you'd like to share about this case, comment below.
Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe while you're there.
We do appreciate your support.
We do.
And we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye. Bye.
From truth or lies, we'll call it out. They whisper gossip, but we shout. Pop culture queens and headphones clear. Girl, did you hear what's up?